Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to help a pie that looks like poo. Let me tell you what, pumpkin pie is one of my favorite foods ever, and I would be lying if I didn't say I ate half of a pumpkin pie for breakfast this morning. Of course I make it very healthy and it has very low sugar, but I do use molasses, and molasses makes a pie look not so yummy. When you have orange and you mix brown in with it, it looks pretty blah. And I had some choice thoughts about what it looked like when I was pouring it into the pan. So I would like to share with you how you can make it a little bit more photographic. And this can work for just about any food that you have, that while it tastes amazing, it doesn't look all that photogenic. So here's what I like to do. We're going to go from this to this, and we're going to do it in just one simple step. First of all, you need to evaluate what you want to accomplish. Evaluate what you want to accomplish. I want to make the pie look like I think a pumpkin pie should look. Now, in order to do that authentically, I would have to change my recipe. Take out the molasses that I love so much, take out the brown sugar that I also like a lot, although there's not that much in this recipe, and then, do something through the cooking process to make it maintain a bright orange color. Well, when you're using organic pumpkin from a can, which is what I was doing in this case, it's not very orange to begin with. So here's what I like to do. The overall exposure of this image is what I want it to be. I'm shooting here at a 16:9 crop simply because that is what I use for video, and I've been making a lot of videos lately. So I like where it's at. I also like the exposure that's on the wood background. I don't want to brighten this up globally, because if I do, the background is not as moody as I'd like it to be. So I'm going to grab my brush in Lightroom, and I'm going to add about a little over a whole stop. So in this case, it's 1.28 is what I decided on, which would bring the global exposure up to where it should be technically, quote unquote. But I like the background, so I'm leaving it a little underexposed. So we're going to use the brush to dial in our exposure. And then I went to the color tab and I picked an orange and a level of saturation. In this case, it is hue 33, saturation 90. And I'm going to go over here, and before I do, I'm going to double check my flow, make sure my flow is really high, my feather is sort of high, and I'm just going to paint this on my pie. Super simple. You can do this with anything where the colors are not looking like they should. You can do this with leaves in a salad that may have wilted, or perhaps you steamed greens and the greens are not the color that you would like them to be. If you hit the O key, you can see where you've painted and how even you've painted. Any variations in your painting technique will show there. And it's just easy to start over if you have a small area. And that is it. And so now make sure I get all the cracks and crevices, and we have a happy pie that is no longer looking sad and dark and not appealing to the pie as it should be. All right, thank you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.